Storm clouds are coming in. The storm is coming. Carlos has said a couple incantations and the flood will begin tonight. The flooding has begun. Carlos's incantation worked. Soon the whole area will be completely submerged.
Sticks Rudiment! You ready for the film?
All when you do it right, if you lose control and roll the on. Roll the on and the feeling's right. You wanna lose control tonight? Just slam it up your spine. Feel the heat and you lose your mind. Tonight when you sit aside, all your world cares tonight. And to stand up your spine, and you lose control, alright, rock the eye. Inside. All your rude cares tonight. Let the sound move off your spine, and you lose control. Right, you're off the eye. You're off the eye. Sticks Rudiment. Fuck you, Portland.
TR.
Oh, it's there.
It's been a while.
I'm so glad to be back.
Yeah, me too.
But it's not looking good. What's going on in terms of streams going on?
Well, I just got news that the flood is forthcoming.
The flood.
Yeah. It's supposed to get 2 feet water within the next 2 days. I know it sounds impossible,
What's
but
going to happen in school?
I don't know.
Something strange. Yeah, something strange in the air.
Strange for June.
Very.
I think Mr. Green might have been here before. Looks kind of familiar. I'm retracing his steps, so to speak. Going to the top of the dune. Carlos was supposed to meet me here, but I don't know if he's going to. He always finds a way to not show up. Beautiful though. It reminds me a bit. Just a little bit. Get it? Just a little bit?
If it isn't my new Texas Red. Now, you know this isn't good enough, right? I mean, you know, I used to do this a long time ago. You know, back in the Chelsea days and all that, during the time of the factory and Warhol and all that. And, I ever tell you the story of the 2 landlords?
I don't think so.
Alright. Well, there was this warehouse space, and this hippie ran it. And I was trying to get in it. I found this nice little spot. It was about 58, 68 square feet underneath this stairwell.
Okay.
In this grungy warehouse. And I just wanted to put like a little love seat there and an easel. And I approached the hippie and I said, "Hey man, any chance I could rent this space from you? I mean, I need some space to work, and I could give you a lot of money, but my landlord, I'm living out, you know, out in the country, and the landlord's really horking me over for the rent. Any chance you could just give me, you know, a break?" And he said, all right, I'll cut you a break. So then I get on the L train, right? Take the L train out past Hastings on Hudson, Westchester. And this buddy I went to art school with back in Basel, right? He is an empty nester now. He's got his kid's bedroom, you know, and I say, hey, I got a space downtown that I'm doing my art with, but it's crazy downtown. It's absolutely crazy. And sometimes I just like to get away from it all. Is there any chance, you know, that I could rent your kid's room for just, you know, for just a little bit of money? Because this art studio downtown, they're really horking me over for the rent. And he goes, okay. So you see, I had 2 places to live for less than it cost for 1 place to live. And the way to keep that going was making sure the 2 landlords never meet. And that's what painting is. You need to know the audience. You need to make sure the two landlords never meet. You can't make everybody happy, Clemente. I mean, like over here, you know, you're trying to impress the housewife in Scarsdale with the plastic surgery disaster makeup with that. And then over here, with this, it's like you got the art critic in Tribeca, you know, with the horn-rimmed Buddy Holly glasses and the red sable brush collection. You're trying to impress that guy.
That's it.
You can't do it. You just have to do your job. Be the artist. Do the painting. Don't try and make everybody happy. Don't put two landlords on the canvas. And if you do that, you will be the next Texas Red. Good luck.
That wasn't too bad, but now we do something that you do not know. We want you to talk about medieval knights. You do not know this. You do not know this.
To talk about medieval knights without knowledge of medieval knights is like forcing a whale through a door latch. Button sewing, Vegas foundations, who knows what's happening anymore? But the chip had a singular purpose. The chip was on its way to the soccer ball paddle Tour de France. The people there have much need of these type of chip apparatus, but nonetheless, who would have known that at the soccer ball paddle Tour de France, the man with the castle and sword would show up? One of the medieval knights!
Well, this is the radio station where we never let a song finish, so we have to be moving on to something else. This is Joy Division, Closer, as you can see, the cover done by Peter Saville. And they, of course, then later became New Order with songs like Temptation and Confusion. But we're going to hear a little bit of Closer right now, actually. I'm going to put this on right now. Where would you move it to?
Back to there.
Could be a good option.
I don't know, I tell you the truth,
You know, coming back makes me feel a little uneasy.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of traffic, you know, banging into poles, you know.
Yeah, I saw that.
Some of the chrome's just falling off the car.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's frustrating.
It is kind of frustrating. You know, it was so dramatic before, and now it's just kind of, well, it's just kind of rolled off the rails a little bit.
Last call for alcohol. Last call for your freedom of speech. Drink up. Happy hour is now enforced by law. Don't forget our house special. It's called the Tricky Dicky Screwdriver. It's got 1 part Jack Daniels, 2 parts purple Kool-Aid, and a shaker of formaldehyde from the jar with Hitler's brain in it we got in the back storeroom.
The Key Hotel. When you fly against the spin of the planet, you eventually start looking for familiar rails, something that once held firm when the winds howled insane when somebody called your name. So Frank's sitting at the same green poker table, shiny from 1,000 bluffing elbows, at the Key Club in Emeryville. Sure, he's straining for air, conscious of the repetition. That's what repetition is, for sure. New barmaids and chip girls light up the shabby room. That's what skin is for. He cannot recognize a face in the place until a large stain of rusty blood leaks from under his chair and spreads like a simile to the toilet. Some singular memory is missing here. Somebody misses his draw and raises the pot. So Frank takes a long puff on a Macanudo blunt and grinds his way to a double burger for breakfast, quoting a previous version of himself, watching the sun rise orange, pink, over the Oakland hills. He plays the table hard, watching the felt gradually fill with whiskey, tears, and tall tales. With scholarly detachment, he's heard it all before. He's walked it all before. Up San Pablo for morning bagels at the Nation of Islam Bakery. A couple of thrift store stops. Then sliding back at noon to sleep in his orchid room at the Key Hotel. Writing novels in hopes of killing novels with the grace of Beckett. Another gun blast in the night suggests he try another line. The kid's parents are in Costa Rica, and the Mustang won't start. Frank picks it up for $50, puts 5 quarts of oil in the crankcase, and it fires right up. He's cruising the northern freeways, little lowball tournament action in Pacheco. Martinez blooms in the form of a chubby redhead. Then, floating back to the Key, totally lost.
I am Emperor Ronald Reagan, born again with fascist cravings. Still, you make the president. Human rights will soon go away. I am now going shopping. Now I command all of you. Now you're gonna pray in school, and I'll make sure they're Christian too. California, Uber Alice. California, Uber Alice. Uber Alice. California, Uber Alice. California.
They've gathered. They've gathered for the seance. There's a gathering at the top of surfers, and they're trying to find the Tsar's nails.
What's happened to the Tsar's nails?
Well, it's not what I thought it was. Or other people don't think the same thing I do about it. They don't believe that they're real.
Oh. Well, we can fix that. We can arrange some kind of a demonstration of power. Have you thought about that?
What kind of demonstration?
All they understand is blowing things up. So we could blow something, inconsequential up, like tomorrow. We could blow tomorrow up. Nobody would notice.
No, they still.
What about maybe a week from Thursday? When are you going back to New York?
A week from Thursday.
Frank's writing his novel in room 218. Playing the Key Club to cover $85 a week rent and keep his mind sharp. Keep it sharp until the book's done. It's a classic cowboy table. 5-card draw, quarter ante, table stakes. He controls Jake the Rake, Kingfish, Barrington, and the other pros. He knows their moves and tells so well. Their hands are translucent. It's just a matter of position, fresh fish, and bluffing enough to keep the table on tilt. He plays until dawn, walks carefully across MacArthur for a quart of Rainier at Raleigh's Liquor and a double cheeseburger at the Doggy Diner. Then breakfast back in his room, surrounded by black orchid wallpaper and the work in progress. He's writing on the JFK assassination. He's got the Cuban connection, the mafia motive, the Pentagon memos to Johnson. He knows which America died and what monster born. He's got a secret society hidden in plain sight. But now he's trapped in his own game. If he's hot, he has to play because he's hot. If he's salty, he has to play to pay the rent. His life's become a day job, passed off as literature. The poker hands never quit. And the book never comes around. Buried in routine, he walks out afternoons, up San Pablo to the sunny cafe. 3 eggs over easy. Yes, I'll have the grits. Imagination and determination crowd his mind. Their intricate cover stories, mocking and dislodging crucial memories. He's looking for a sign to get out. It's a rainy night in Emeryville. The Key Club bar, big with truckers and hookers. There's an action hand at the back table. 6 raises before the draw. Frank's got aces up with the bug. He figures Jake the Rake for a baby full and Kingfish for a big flush. So he does the right thing at the wrong time, discarding the Queen of Spades, convinced he needs a big bow to win. He catches the Jack of Spades, which gives him a royal flush in the hand he just trashed. So now he's tapped out, watching from furious distance as Barrington lays down the 4 deuces. He's slow played by the book. convinced a too grand mistake can tell the truth. Frank, sitting in the night chill on a bus bench, he often derided when he was catching cards, feeling a soft stab of relief. Poker's over. His novel's gone with the room. He's free. The rebel Owen Glindover overcomes the actor and spy. It seems the first bus he ever saw, the friendliest driver. After Central Terminal, he finds a great cup of coffee and starts walking towards the hate. Daybreak finds him on the Panhandle, sharing granola with a runaway from Iowa City. That Jack was his last draw. That life's over. He's a hippie now.
I heard that Mr. Green might have at one point hidden the Tsar's nails here. And I'm coming close to the point at the summit where I believe he buried them. He came up from this side. I'm approaching currently from the rear, but making steady progress. And we will see what lies at the top. I've heard a rumor about another trigger possibly at the top of the dune here. Well, we'll see what comes of that at the top. We shall soon see.
What about maybe a week from Thursday? When are you going back to New York?
A week from Thursday.
Week from Thursday? Well, then we should go up maybe the week from Friday.
Okay, so that I stay here, or so I can go back to bid.
Yeah, something. Just it's the thing is that you know we're still trying to figure out what happens in that first season. We just can't put, you know, it's just.
I agree.
Look at this. I mean, it's like a life. It just comes so automatically and so naturally, and then suddenly, you know, your car breaks down. You know, it's weird. Banging into poles, losing your chrome strip.
That's the worst.
I mean,
I think Carlos must be behind all this. I don't think
Carlos.
I don't think you would have banged into anything if he didn't have some weird incantations going. That's just my opinion.
Carlos is. I don't know about that. I thought he was in exile.
Well, the artist. Now you see, now you're on your game. This is what I've been asking for. This is. Oh, this will get him. This will get him. Great job. Great job. I couldn't never. So what do you think? The new Texas Red?
I don't know.
Oh, the place was run down. All of Emeryville, all of California seemed run down. The bartenders were new. The pit boss was new. The chip girls were new. Oh, the place was run down. All of Emeryville, all of California, the players seemed run down. I hadn't been gone that long. It didn't seem that long. Oh, the place was run down. All of Emeryville, all of California, destroyed by cocaine and disco. The bartenders were new. Republicans. The pit boss was new. The chip destroyed by cocaine and disco. And the players were new. I hadn't been gone that long. I didn't see them. Destroyed by cocaine and disco. You could say I was in a holding pattern and writing novels. The reason I had to stay was because the games were very thin. And writing took a long time to grind it out. I was sleeping again at the Key Hotel and writing novels. You could say I was in a holding pattern. The reason I had to stay was because the games were very thin. Took a long time to grind it out. I was sleeping again at the Key Hotel. Sleeping again at the Key Hotel. I was sleeping again at the Key Hotel. Key Hotel. Key Hotel. I would cruise the California highways looking for lowball games. Walnut Creek, Martinez, San Rafael, Santa Cruz. Cherie and I would go down to the beach with screwdrivers. The sunsets. The sunsets. I would cruise the California highways looking for lowball games. Walnut Creek, Martinez. You could say I was in a holding San Rafael, Santa Cruz. The reason I had to stay was because the games were very thin. Took a long time to grind it out. Oh, the place was run down. All of Emeryville, all of California seemed run down.
Now we're going to play a little Temptation by New Order. The Italian press. Obviously the best version.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I think, was it last year we were at Tryon on the bridge there? Had some kind of a shoot or something like?
Maybe like 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah, I think it might have been 2 years ago.
Well, now that we're, kind of famous, we get filmed all the time, everywhere we go.
I guess so.
Yeah.
The man with the castle and sword would show up. One of the medieval knights, aka the Japanese dragon. The worst thing, after the ship left the cabin, poor Rose suffered a horrible death, falling out of the very canoe that she had drowned the cat in and sunk to the bottom in a rictus of pain. It was like an off-road crash. But I remember her before she died, she whispered, "Let's stay together. Thus endeth a 0979.
who it is. Texas Red. Back from bid with his old friend. Arthur Matheson, huh? Oh, there they are. There they are. Huh. Texas Red. It's kind of raining that pretty hard there, Texas Red. Wonder where it could possibly be coming from. It never rains this hard. I hope your precious little school in the distance doesn't get flooded away. And Arthur Matheson making deals behind my back. Well, 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 what could this possibly be about? Huh. Looks like I have to give a call to my old buddy Carlos. Let him know his plan worked after all. Yep, it worked.
Coming along. Not bad. Coming along.
Excellent performance, Mr. Poe.
Well, okay. So, I mean, everything's going to be all right with my wife and son?
Yes. Yes, everything has been organized at this point.
So we'll just do the exchange here, and, I mean, I can go now? Is that what you're saying? I don't know.
Oh, you can go.
Just like that, I can go.
You can go.
Well, I think I have some other business to attend to. Okay, well, thank you.
Stars are not needed in my organization, Mr. Blue.
big trees I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, well, they come from bed.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
That is funny. No wonder they got so big. It must be some alien vegetation.
I think it's.
Oh, it's flooding. The flood's getting worse.
Oh!
Fuck.
What is this? What's happening here?
I thought you could control the weather.
Well,
I feel like we're going in circles.
a labyrinth.
Don't lose your hat or you won't be Texas Red anymore.
No. Yeah.
Somewhere. Must be another planet.
I find some native hieroglyphics here. I think this came from bid too.
Maybe you painted it. It kind of looks like your style.
Looks a little bit. I think that's. TR got his inspiration from that very painting.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, before he had his car accident.
Oh, before the coal. Free coal.
Before the coal.